Hello there. Today we look at the project status report. Why is it important and what are the key things you need to consider in creating one? This channel focuses on helping people with little or no knowledge in project management in becoming effective project managers. We talk about everything project management for anyone and everyone. So let's jump straight into it. So what are project status reports? Project status reports are timely updates on the progress of your projects. They answer the questions people are likely to ask before they actually ask them. They're written concisely and they offer high level of information about your project rather than every little detail. It is important to state here that the status report is likely to go to senior people in your organization, so you must consider carefully what you provide in there. If there is anything to call out as news or as a surprise, it's best to have that conversation with the stakeholders before it actually shows up in your status report. So what should be on the project status report? Firstly, it should have a summary of what is happening in your project. It should have not more than a few sentences. Now imagine that whoever is reading this knows nothing about your project. So this should be brief, but have enough information to provide the reader with the understanding of your project. It provides information on what's happened in the current period and what is going to happen in the next period. The period will depend on how frequently you're required to produce a report. That could be monthly, it could be weekly, or it could actually even be daily. You also track the key project milestones, when they were expected to be delivered, and the actual date or the estimated completion date. It should also include what is referred to as a traffic light. However, some people refer to this as a RAG status, which is red, amber, green status. Green means the project is on track. Amber means that there are risks which are likely to derail the project plan. Red means that there are significant issues which are affecting the project. And sometimes people like to use blue, and blue would simply mean or indicate that a particular milestone or task has been completed. It is always important to also include a snapshot of your budget. You can provide a snapshot of your overall budget and spend to date. You can also provide a forecast for future spend. Depending on the size of the organization and the project, there might be a bit more detail required on this. And what I mean is that your budget, your spend to date, and your forecast for specific deliverables might be required. If this is not the case, it will be preferable for you to provide a link to the detailed budget breakdown. And finally, you should include a list of the risks and issues which are impacting your project. This can be an extract from your RAID log. However, you should demonstrate which deliverables and milestones these risks and issues are linked to or are impacting. In some cases, you could also show your dependencies and your changes which are also coming through. This will vary depending on organization and depending on the size of the project that you're dealing with. Before I conclude with some very special bonus tips, a quick question for the day. What other information do you provide in your project status reports? I'd like to know, so leave your comment in the comment section down below. Now, some bonus tips on your project status report. It is important to keep it succinct, concise, and accurate. Make sure it's also timely as well. Now, do not put any surprises into the status report. As I had mentioned earlier, make sure you have a conversation with the stakeholders before you actually produce the report, and so that they're not seeing it for the first time in your project. It is also important to be honest and to be accurate as well. It is also important to manage the communication. Make sure that you're in control of what you're sending out in terms of your narrative and what you're presenting to the senior management, because whatever you put in your status report will give them the overall impression of what's happening in the project. So it is important to manage the communication. And finally, you should cover the key message to sponsors. Remember that whatever you share in this report will enable the sponsors form an opinion on your project. I offer you a quick reference guide which you can download for free by following the link in the description down below. Also, make sure you check out our other related videos. We offer a practical project management course which gives you a step-by-step guide on how to manage your projects from scratch. Whether you have experience or whether you're new to project management, it will definitely be something that would help you. You can get more information by checking the link in the video description. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to stay in touch, make sure you subscribe. You can hit the notification button, which will keep you notified of any new videos we release in the future.